Turkey, a land where two continents meet, where every corner feels like a different world. When people hear Turkey, they often think of Istanbul, but this country is far more than just one city. It's a mosaic of cultures, flavors, traditions, and landscapes that can take your breath away. Let's begin with Istanbul, the beating heart of Turkey. Imagine standing on the Galata Bridge at sunset, seagulls flying above, fishermen dropping their lines into the Bosphorus, and ferries slowly making their way between Europe and Asia. In Istanbul, life happens between continents. You can sip tea on the European side in the morning, cross the water by ferry, and have dinner in Asia in the evening. The sound of the call to prayer mixes with the laughter of street vendors and the rhythm of modern city life. But Turkey is not only Istanbul. Head to Cappadocia, and suddenly you're in another universe. Picture valleys filled with strange rock formations, called fairy chimneys, and skies full of colorful hot air balloons rising with the sunrise. People still live in cave houses carved into the rocks, and underground cities tell stories of resilience. Cappadocia feels magical, like stepping into a dream. Then there's Pamukkale, with its surreal white terraces. These natural pools look like they're made of cotton, shimmering in the sunlight. The water is warm, full of minerals, and people have bathed here for thousands of years, believing in its healing power. Walking barefoot along the terraces, you feel connected to nature in the purest way. On the Mediterranean coast lies Antalya, a city where turquoise waters kiss golden beaches. Resorts, old harbors, and hidden waterfalls make it a paradise for travelers. But beyond the luxury hotels, there's a rhythm of daily life, locals enjoying tea by the sea, families gathering under the shade of olive trees, and fishermen preparing their nets. And let's not forget the Aegean coast, where Izmir stands proud. Izmir has a more relaxed vibe, with seaside promenades, fresh seafood markets, and an energy that feels young and vibrant. Nearby, ancient ruins blend with modern cafes, reminding us that Turkey balances past and present effortlessly. Move east, and the atmosphere changes completely. In eastern Anatolia, life is slower, landscapes are dramatic, and traditions are deeply rooted. Villages surrounded by snowy mountains, warm hospitality, and tables filled with hearty meals. The people here carry stories in their eyes, stories of resilience, community, and pride. And speaking of meals, food is the soul of Turkey. Turkish cuisine is not just about eating, it's about gathering, sharing, and celebrating life. Breakfast alone is a feast. Fresh bread, olives, cheeses, tomatoes, cucumbers, honey, jams, eggs, and of course, endless cups of tea served in tulip-shaped glasses. Kebabs are famous worldwide, but in Turkey, every region has its own style. Adana kebab, spicy and bold, Urfa kebab, softer and milder. In Gaziantep, baklava is taken to another level, crispy, sweet, filled with pistachios. And if you walk through Istanbul's streets, you'll smell roasted chestnuts, grilled corn, and simit, sesame-covered bread rings that locals grab on the go. But food is more than taste, it's about culture. Turkish tea is not just a drink, it's a symbol of friendship. Wherever you go, whether in a shop, a home, or even with strangers, someone will offer you tea. Coffee, on the other hand, is an art. Turkish coffee is thick, strong, and often followed by fortune-telling from the coffee grounds left in the cup. And then there's the people. Turks are known for their hospitality. It doesn't matter if you're a tourist or a stranger passing through a small village, if you meet a local, there's a big chance you'll be invited for tea, or even a full meal. There's a warmth, a generosity that defines Turkish culture. Markets are another reflection of this spirit. Imagine walking through the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, one of the largest and oldest covered markets in the world. Spices in every color, carpets with intricate designs, jewelry that sparkles under the lights, and shopkeepers calling you in with a smile. Bargaining here is not just business, it's part of the culture, a dance between buyer and seller. Nature in Turkey is equally diverse. From the snowy peaks of Mount Ararat to the rolling green hills of the Black Sea region, the country offers every kind of landscape. The Black Sea is especially unique: tea plantations, wooden houses, misty mountains, and music that makes you want to dance. Life there feels untouched, pure, and deeply connected to tradition. Turkey is also about experiences. Imagine relaxing in a hammam, a traditional Turkish bath, with steam swirling around you, followed by a soap massage that leaves you feeling new. Or picture yourself listening to the whirling dervishes, a spiritual dance that connects body and soul in a mesmerizing way. Festivals bring even more color to life in Turkey. During Ramadan, families and neighbors gather to break their fast together, filling the streets with joy. During Kurban Bayram, generosity flows, with people sharing meals with those in need. And throughout the year, cultural festivals celebrate music, dance, film, and art. But what makes Turkey unforgettable is the balance it holds. Modern cities like Istanbul and Ankara pulse with energy, skyscrapers, and technology, while small villages still follow centuries-old traditions. It's a country where East meets West, not only on the map but in everyday life, where you can find both high-speed trains and horse-drawn carts, both trendy cafes and quiet tea gardens, both bustling nightlife and peaceful countryside. At the end of the day, Turkey is a place that stays with you. It's the taste of a sweet bite of baklava, the sound of seagulls over the Bosphorus, the sight of balloons over Cappadocia, the warmth of a stranger offering you tea, and the feeling that you've experienced something truly unique. So whether you come for the food, the landscapes, the culture, or simply the people, you'll leave with memories that will follow you forever. Turkey is not just a destination. It's a journey, an experience, a story that unfolds with every step you take.